fireplace not want to turn on today? That's so wild. There we go. Fireplace turned on. Okay. Whew, for a second there, I was like, what's going on? Why isn't the fireplace turning on? Good morning, friends. We're back with another day of Advents. Opening up the different Advents. Hello. Oh, I've got my pages here with our winners and everything else that I need to manage. I have made my tea. Good morning. The tea this morning is in this like kaleidoscope design. I actually drew this and it's available as a shirt as well. Of notions, there's a rotary cutter and I think thimble, scissors, pins and needles, thread, seam ripper, all kinds of cute stuff. So the tea this morning is English Rose and it smells very floral, and I'm not a huge fan of floral teas. They smell a little soapy to me, so hopefully it doesn't taste soapy. I put a good amount of honey in there. Yes, Donna, you made it. Hello, everyone. Okay, that's not too bad. No, it's pretty good. All right. A little bit aftertaste of soapy, but Good morning, quilty friends. Yay, Lizbeth made the live. Welcome. Hi, good morning. I'm new here. Welcome. You have that design as a sticker. That's right. I do have it as a sticker as well. I'm wondering if I'm going to continue stickers into next year. I might discontinue stickers. I haven't decided yet. Managing stickers is a whole nother thing. Good morning. First time catching the live and not a rewatch. Well, yay. Welcome. Hi, Danita. I'm going to chat a little bit. It takes about an hour to go through it. I go through it at a pretty good clip. We're going through like 19 different Advents in an hour. We do pretty good, I think. And we say good morning. We take a minute to say good morning. Okay, so I did remember to go this morning and pull the winners from the past dates. And I have that here. Day one winner. So the top three for day one were the Stitch Supply Webbing, the Soft Squares Patterns, and the Dad Joke. And this is the order in which they won. So it was Stitch Supply Webbing got first place at 52%. The Soft Square Patterns was second place at 24%. And the Dad Joke got 9%, with other getting 15%. Day two in order, Little Sandy's, the stationery, got 27%. It just barely outpaced Domesticity's Thim Tech at 26%. The Christmas cards that we got from Vicky's Fabrics were at 17%, and other was at 30%. And because other was at 30%, which is more than the 27 that the first place Little Sandy stationery got, I did go and look at the comments, but it was split between the little rotary cutter from Missouri Star and I forget the other one, but there were two that it was split between. So I took all the pictures yesterday and then managed to forget to actually put the poll up until last night when someone in the comments said, I can't find the poll. And I went to go find the poll to send her the link. And I couldn't find the poll because I hadn't posted it. I'd taken the pictures and then forgotten to post the poll. So I have not pulled the winners from there yet, but the options are the Stitch Supply Tote pattern, which is a knot and thread pattern, Vicky's fabric, that cute Hawaiian fabric, with the snowflakes on it, and then the Soft Squares mini rotary, that also has the tape measure on it. So if you couldn't find the options to vote yesterday, it's because they weren't there, and you can go find them now. I am so sorry. I hung out with y'all yesterday. I got like one or two things done here at the office. My kiddo had a minimum day in the middle of the week because schools like to make me crazy. So I went to go pick him up, and on the way to pick him up, I was done. Like my whole body was like, you will not get anything else done today. You go back to the office if you want to test it, but you will not get anything else done today. So instead of dropping him off at home, I went into the house myself, put on some jammies, snuggled under the covers with the kitties, and I took a big 3-hour nap, which I clearly very, very much needed. I wonder if I'm coming down with something. I'm not feeling amazing this morning, so that might be part of it. I don't know. Okay, so winners. I know that Katina from yesterday, I saw your email with your address, so I have that. I think a couple other people have emailed, but I'm behind. I was already behind on emails, and I'm really, really behind on emails because I wasn't here yesterday afternoon or evening. But Karen Henry 3778 and Lynn Simonetti 8828. Y'all have both won a box bag template and 6 patterns. Carrie M's 6676 and Festivig 1946. Y'all have each won a glow ruler. And then Katina won during the live yesterday a block of the month kit. This was last year's block of the month for this quilt. And I picked a winner this morning, and it was Helen Kret. So Helen Kret, you also win one of these. Send me an email at carolina@carolinamore.com with your address so I can ship that out to you. I do ship anywhere in the world, but if there's any taxes, duties, or fees on your end when it arrives in your country, those are on you, but I will ship it to anywhere in the world. So I'll pay the shipping, just not all the other things. Okay. It's got some comments. Hazel says, "Phew, I hear you. I was done yesterday and still had a guild meeting. I was dragging and late, but got her done." Well, good for you. Congratulations. You and your kiddos needed that. Please take care. Yeah, there's like when my body says done, like it's not it's not kidding. It's done. How do we enter to be winners of the giveaways? Samantha, that's a great question. Comments. I just pick from the comments. I scroll through the comments and I randomly pick one. So just by commenting, and every comment becomes an entry. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for all the well wishes. I was looking also yesterday. Renee got so many comments congratulating her on becoming a grandma, and I love that. Naps for the win, for sure, for sure. Hi from North Carolina. Hi from Phoenix. Do I take requests for advent boxes to look at in the future? I do, and I have, and there are several here that, like soft squares I didn't have last year, and I think Little Sandy's as well, are both ones based on folks recommending it in the comments. Vicky's last year was recommended in the comments very early, and I was up for buying another advent, so that one got added a little late last year because I ordered it after we already started because of comments. So yep. My criteria, so there's someone who commented about how they like fabric more. I actually look for non-fabric advents, and I know some of them have fabric anyway, but I look for advents that are more like notions based and gifty based, just because that's my preference. I only work with art gallery fabrics, so if I'm getting a bunch of fabric that's not art gallery fabrics, I know I'm going to give it away. I know that I'm not going to be using it. So I look for ones that I have a higher potential of using, which would be the notion-y ones. Yep, the Hawaii one was a late add-on. That was the Vicky Fabrics, and it was a great suggestion. I agree. And next October, because of that whole everything that the connections that came from that, I'm actually going to be teaching at Vicky's Fabrics in Hawaii, so I'm super excited about that. It's funny how things just work out. Yep. Advents are for spoiling yourself. I agree. And the fudge. Okay. So today's winner, when we're going to pick at the end, is going to get my new cake cutter ruler, which is a ruler designed specifically for cutting up layer cakes. And it has all the measurements, lines for drawing your diagonal lines for making your half square and quarter square triangles, and your 8 at a time half square triangles, and all the lines for trimming up and squaring up. And it's a 10-inch square finished ruler. It on the back has a pattern for making a quilt, because all of my specialty rulers always come with a pattern on the back, because I don't want you to buy a ruler and then say, what do I do with it? Oh, I have to buy a pattern to use it. That's silly. I agree. That's why all of my rulers have a pattern. Usually the pattern's inside, like with the box bag template, it's inside the little insert. It opens up and that's where the pattern is. But there wasn't a good inside for this packaging, so I just put it on the back. Also, they'll get all 3 of the patterns that I wrote to go with this. I also wrote a whole book to go with this as well. But I wrote 3 standalone patterns: Twosomes, Uneven, and the Lazy Day Quilt. And they're all simple layer cake patterns. So that's what I will send out to our winners. Oh, great gift. Someone owns the glow ruler and box by template. Yes, that ruler is becoming very popular very quickly. We've sold so many of them in a very short time. It just came out in October. So, all right, question about there being no market. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And I'm going to do actually a separate video about that because there being no market is a big deal. But we can chat about it. Let's start opening some advents though, because otherwise we'll never get into them. Okay, we're going to start with, this is the Sallie Tomato. This is day 4. So this was supposed to go with the other ones, if I remember right? I think that's what it said on the other ones. Like this goes great with some other day. That's day 10, 14, 17, 5, 23, 21, 13, 19, 18, 11. All right, now I'm going to just start pulling them out. 12, 19, 9, 13, 7, 21, 11, stay, 6, 18, 24, 14, 23, 5, 20, 4. It was all the way down here at the bottom. Starting to get a little worried that it wasn't going to come up. I have to try to puzzle these all back in here. I see day 5. I'm going to try to put that one on top so it'll be easier tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Okay. So day 4 is a little envelope. Okay. Come here. Okay, day 4. Early stuff on the bottom. Someone sorted their Missouri Star Quilt Company advent last night, and there is early stuff on the bottom. Sometimes they're not. Okay. Oh, cute. It's a mini pattern for the mini pattern series. It's called Jean, and it's these little pouches to go with that zipper and that cork. Easy to sew pair of pouches by Jean Biddick for Sallie Tomato. Free video tutorial included at youtube.com/SallieTomato. So it just opens up. Has a little template there. Piece A exterior. It's a cute little pouch pattern from Sallie Tomato. That's fun. Yes, I love the attention to detail on the packaging. Never use cork. Cork is fun to sew with. You don't like, you think it's going to be a lot trickier than it is. It really isn't. It's not bad at all. Oh, in the Vicky's fabric, I've got a 2026 like pocket calendar. That's nice, but it doesn't have a number on it. This is just an extra little gift from Vicky's. Oh, come here. Got our day 4. A tulip pink / Sallie Tomato advent. Like a crossover combo between the two. There's also a magnet. Yeah, I think I pulled a magnet out already. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I put it on my fridge. There's a fridge magnet in the Vicky's with a calendar. Ooh, it is that same fabric from yesterday, but in blue and white. That's pretty. I love the blue and white. Look at that. So pretty. Been anxious to see what day 4 is for Sallie Tomato. Maybe I'll work on the pouch at retreat this weekend. You get to go to retreat this weekend? That sounds fun. I want to come. I actually just went to my first overnight retreat last month. No, it was in October. End of October. So I guess it was 2 months ago now. I gotta be smarter than the Camberville Threads box today and try to open it. Okay, day 4. Someone saying Lagniapi? Is that the kind of fabric that is, maybe? I don't know. Oh, I'm losing the comments. Glenda's got jokes in the comments. If you don't have your comments open, your live comments, even if you watch the replay, you can go and see what the live comments are at the time. You can play it that way, and that's fun. Okay, this is day 4 from Camberville Threads. Ooh, pretty. It's some pretty fabric. We have like they almost look like fried eggs, but they're not. They're flowers. And then some matching kind of citrusy color with little pink stars on it. Oh, fat quarters. Pretty, pretty. So this is our from Camberville Threads. It's a fabric day. Very much, it seems. Okay, this is Stitch Supply Company. And we're looking for day 4. There's 5. Ooh, 4 is another big one. Is it more webbing? Might be the same fabric line as last time. I don't know. Looks too big for webbing. More fabric. Could be. Is it fusible? This is a pillowcase pattern. Sew your own standard size pillowcase using the clever burrito style assembly method. The pattern will have you in stitches just looking for more pillowcase projects. So there's 2 fabrics, a cuff fabric that's a 1/4 yard, trim fabric, which is 2.5 inches by width of fabric, and then the main fabric, which is 3/4 of a yard. I feel like I should open this up, even though it's packaged so cutely, to actually see what this fabric is. It's like a panel. Okay, this is, I think, the cuff and the trim, but you just cut it apart to be able to sew it together. So this is one side of the pillow with the seam. And the other side. How cute is that? It's a little project, a quick little project. I'm trying to fold this up a little bit. There we go. So we have our little pillowcase project. The box is a giveaway with a skier on it. And it does have a skier on it. Oh, you could make a bag out of it too if you wanted. Yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a pillowcase panel before. I've made the burrito method pillowcases before, but I've never seen all the fabrics like put together in a panel like that. So you can just take one fabric, cut it apart, put it back together. Okay, friends. All right, we'll look at our mindful advent for today. Come here. I think there's actually more than 24 in here because that way you can pick the ones that you want and put them in your family's advent stockings, like, or advent pockets on the days that you want to do them. This one says, make Christmas tree decorations. I know you can't read it because it's backwards, but it says, make Christmas tree decorations. Is today's mindful Christmas activity. burrito panel, there actually may be a way to make the pillow without cutting the panel into 3 pieces. Maybe. You might be able to fold it up and then do one stitch. Yeah, maybe. I'm like in my head, I'm looking at it. Come on. Oh my goodness, YouTube is definitely moderating comments funny today. Fun to do with kids is moderated. All right, YouTube. Okay. Make Christmas tree decorations out of cookies since it's National Cookie Day. Yes. Maybe today I will get my sugar cookie dough started. All right, day 4 of our Matchbox Advent. Just noticed the 93.2. Yeah, that happened yesterday. I woke up to 93.2 when I woke up from my nap, and it was incredible. That feels like it happened really fast, and it feels like some of y'all are out there sharing and telling people that they should watch and subscribe, and so I appreciate you, because that didn't happen because of me. I think I'm confident that that was all you. All of you. Cookies wouldn't make it to the tree. I mean, you could do the cinnamon dough, which is just like applesauce and a bunch of cinnamon. You want to get your cinnamon at Costco because cinnamon is expensive otherwise. But applesauce and a bunch of cinnamon, you roll it out and cut it into shapes and then let it dry. And then you have cinnamon, and they smell really good. Oh, this one's cute. This one's a little wreath. Little wreath cross stitch. That's lovely. Yep. Yep, added 0.1 overnight. Yeah, well, I think it was 93. I don't remember anymore. It keeps going up. It's really close to 93.3 too. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and maybe it'll change while we're here hanging out on the live. That's always fun. It starts like flashing. All right, this is our Kylie and the Machine label advent. Yeah, the 8 o'clock is different colors for different ones of them. All right, today's prompt for the Kylie and the Machine advent is celebrate all the wins. And then it has like a hand. Celebrate all the wins. So do we have any guesses on what that means for our Kylie and the Machine advent? Might be able to finish a cross stitch that size. I finished quite a few last year. I have not this year. All right. Any guesses? Handmade. Finished. Took forever. Winning a game of Bob and Chicken. Supposed to be -14 in Iowa. No. With a pinch of love. Finish is better than perfect. All right. There's 3 labels. I can feel them. Love seeing the YouTube number going up. Me too. Okay. This one feels like it's maybe in the wrong pocket. This one says best dressed. And the other 2. Oh, no, they are. I think they're all part, because this one's a different. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. This one says best dressed, and it's this metallic thread. And this one says successfully dressed. I got dressed this morning. I showered this morning. My hair's still wet, but I showered this morning. And then this one says dressed for success. So celebrating all the wins. Just getting up and getting dressed can be a win some days. And we're going to celebrate that. I agree. 14 below is so cold. Yeah, no. Do the cross stitch like a block of the month. That gives you a year to do them. Could totally do that. Although I think there's 24, so you need to do 2 a month. Yep. Yep. Okay. What's next? Oh, we'll do our fudge for today. I saw in the comments that several of y'all have ordered fudge advents. The links to all the advents that I have are down in the description. So if you want any of these specific advents, sorry, my brain just, I'll tell you something in a second. If you want any of these specific advents and they're still in stock, you go down to the description and have the links to all of them. And that reminded me that also when I woke up this morning, my mini quilt advent, it's out of stock. The last of them sold out last night. There are no more mini quilt advents available. They're done. Done. So we will ship the last of them out today to the people who ordered. Whenever possible, this time of year, I do 2-day shipping so that people can get them and start playing along as quick as possible. So if it's not like crazy expensive, I do a 2-day shipping, which costs me a little more money because I'm paying the shipping on those, but I love that people are getting them faster. All right, this fudge is Rocky Road fudge. It does have walnuts. I'm not allergic to nuts, so that's okay to me. Probably a lot of fudges out there would have nuts, I suppose. It's probably pretty common in fudge. I am looking forward to snacking on this, though. Open it up. I have my little plate with my little knife over here. Slice myself off a piece. So there's definitely little walnuts inside, and there are marshmallows on top. Oh, allergic to nuts is no good. Thank you for the congrats, my friends. That's some good fudge. It is delicious. I love that they're large pieces as well. There's plenty to share. Like, there was some of the cookies and cream fudge on the counter at the house last night. I cut myself off a little piece. And I was thinking, wow, these are like big enough that you could share with like your whole office. And then I thought about my whole office, which is just me. So yes, I'm happy to share this fudge with my whole office. I bring it home though. The family can have it as well. Mrs. J. Bryant says, I'll make fudge, but we'll eat very little. 1 or 2 little bits. It's too sweet. I like sweet though. I joke that I like sweet things because I'm not naturally sweet. So, I need to get that sweetness somewhere. But I don't do spicy because I'm spicy enough already. All right, let's see what our Aurifil thread of the day is. Need to find a cross-stitch advent from the US instead of the UK. They do get expensive shipping from the UK. If you find one, let me know. I think both of the ones that I got were from the UK, if I remember right. So. Vicky says that I'm funny. Some days. All right, this is our Aurifil thread. It's like a very, almost a, no, it's not a, almost, it's like a Kelly green, I would say. It's hard with the light. My lighting in here is just a little yellow. So it's I would say it's a Kelly green. That's a pretty green. So that is our Aurifil thread. Made it to the live. The work thing keeps getting in the way. I know. I get that too. My son asked me to make peanut butter fudge every year. Yum. Jennifer says that the green spool means that it's 40 weight thread. And the bigger the number, the finer the thread. So 100 weight is like as finer than a hair. And 12 weight is almost like the thickness of like an embroidery floss. So how often do you change thread colors when quilting? It depends on the project. Sometimes not at all. Sometimes a lot. All right, we'll go ahead and do our C's Candy Advent. Day 4. Oh. So yesterday's, someone in the comments said, were molasses chips, because I could not think of the name. And they were 100% right. And I said, those are my father-in-law's favorite, along with peppermint patties. And I'm pretty sure that that's what this one is, that this one is a peppermint patty. So some of the classic See's candy. I didn't realize that See's candy is really more of a California thing and definitely a West Coast thing versus an East Coast thing. I think the advent calendars are sold out, but I would imagine that the advent calendars would ship anywhere. So if you wanted a See's advent calendar, you could order one next year and get it shipped to other than California. They also, I mean, they have a website. I think you can order stuff off the website, based in San Francisco. Yep. We have best friends being made down in the comment section. Fireball fudge. I don't know about that. Disappointed that it's not a salted caramel. You know, Billy, we can't have everything we want. All right, let's look at our darling cross stitch. These are the bigger cross stitches. Day 4. So that means that we are a third of the way through already, because this one is just a 12-day advent. Trying to get those organized a little bit. This is a, ooh, what is that? Ooh, it's like a peace dove. How pretty is that? That's really pretty. These would make lovely ornaments or gift tags. I need to find some time to make them, you know, while I'm napping. Thread and wire are numbered the same. Small numbers are thicker and large numbers are smaller around. Yep. Oh, there's a See's store in Indiana. Okay. The newer Scotch Mallow minis are so good for See's candy. Yep, you can order See's to ship anywhere. Fudge made with Fireball whiskey. I'll leave that for y'all. How's that? I won't yuck your yum. If that's what you like, then you go for it. 100%. Speaking of yuck, let's do our dad joke advent. Okay. Day 4. Day 4 is all the way at the top. Please show the dove again. Yes, ma'am. All completed, it would make a nice wall hanging with all these little cross stitches. Could be. These are Christmassy oriented, and also the matchstick advent is, or matchstick cross stitch is also more Christmassy this year. Mom said she got extra stuff done on Thumper's Day between midnight and 1 minute past midnight. All right, I need to go look up when Thumper's Day is then. All right, I've covered up the answer. Let's go to the question. What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar? What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar? You got a lot of presents? Cheriston549 says, thanks for sharing the advents. It's my pleasure. This is fun for me too. Oh, we have another message held for review. I'll check on that. Got coal. Can't say it here. Doors open for him. He'll get 25 days. He got 25 days. He had to serve. He got extra days. All right. He became the Grinch. He had to share the gifts. He had time on his hands. He got extra days for shopping. It was empty. All right. Y'all are really good. I know it's going to be backwards, but he got 25 days is the answer. So he got 25 days. All right. Who was the first one who said that? The first one who got that was Felicia Ross, 3611. All right. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. So I remember Felicia Ross, 3611. Got it correct. I think I'll go ahead and I can send you a couple stickers. How's that? Email me your address, Carolina@carolinamore.com, and we will get you some fun stickers I'll try to remember to include the sticker of this in there as well. Get you a little sticker pack. That's fun. Yes, several guests. I just went with the first one who got it first. So whoever is either able to type faster or has faster internet, I suppose, which isn't fair, but we do our best. Okay, I've got all these except for the ones we're not doing yet and the tea. Okay, Mini Quilt Advent. These are now sold out. No more. Like, if you got your Mini Quilt Advent, yay. And if you didn't, I'm sorry. I did warn folks. These sold crazy fast this year. And we did more than we've ever done. And they still sold crazy fast. How's the road? The road, it's okay. Like, it's not my favorite, but it's not bad. Not as much a floral tea person. I like heavy, dark, strong teas. So, thanks, Starla. His days were numbered. I like that answer too. That's funny. Everyone loves your Advents. Thank you. I'm happy and sad they're sold out. Great you sold out, but none for latecomers. It's exactly how I feel. I'm so glad that they sold out because then it's a lot to do the Advent calendars. So it feels like a weight to be done. But hold on, it's flashing. We'll see what sometimes it just flashes because like there's a new video and it actually says the number of total videos that I've done or like the watch time, something on the bottom, or the views, I think the total views on the bottom. And so sometimes it changes because of that. So we'll have to see if that changes. But this is the subscriber count. So if you haven't hit subscribe, hit that subscribe. Yeah, it just says 93.2 still. And 952 videos with 10,698,782 views. So 10.7 million views. That's pretty cool. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Yep. He was elf taught. Okay, so today's Mini Quilt Advent is a 4-patch. And actually I had to spin seams in that video. So even if you're not doing the Advent, if you haven't ever spun seams, we talk about spinning seams in this video, which is a good little tip. Yep. And then there's all kinds of information on these cards. Like it looks pretty like not full. There's information up here about the seam allowance is 1/4 inch and the sizes refer to the template size, the finished size of the finished size of the project. And then on the back, I have a QR code and links. So anyone who a year from now wants to find that video, they can scan the QR code or type in this link and it'll take them right to the video. So they don't have to go digging for it. But your 2026 block of the month calendar and fabric is going to sell out too. It's pretty. So the calendar, the Advent calendars are hugely labor intensive. We have the acrylics have to get cut. All the patterns have to get written, printed. I have to do all the videos ahead of time to get the QR codes. Then everything has to come and order all the envelopes, order all the stickers. Then it all comes to my house and we assemble them. So every day 4 needs a pattern and an acrylic in an envelope with a sticker. And we do that for 24 different days. And then we have to collate them all into the different bags. And then all of those I'm the one who wraps every single one in tissue and ties it with a bow. It takes us weeks to put them together, between all the other stuff that we're doing. But it's weeks of work. And the last week is just a solid week of like more than 80-hour week of just getting it all done. And then we still have to ship them all. So those we won't make more. The block of the month calendar though, like I ordered 1,000 of those. And if they sell out, I'll order another 1,000 and they get printed at the printer. They come here and they're ready to go. So there's not like a lot of hands-on time. Once I have it written and done to order more, not a big deal. So I won't allow those to sell out. If they sell out, they'll be on back order for a little bit as we get them more in and I'll order more. So it's not a problem at all with the block of the month calendar. I don't sell out of things for, because for like ego of look, it's sold out. We just cannot make any more of the Advents. We're at max capacity on those. But the calendars, that's not a problem. We'll sell more of those. The kits will be limited. And as long as there's more fabric available and there's more interest in getting the kits, I will make more of the kits until Art Gallery doesn't have that fabric in stock anymore. The advents are time labor. They're a lot of work. They're so much work, but they're so fun. All right, we're gonna look at Little Sandy's. Let me see if I can find day 4. Love the advents. Okay, 6, 4. Because when I designed that first advent, 5 years ago, it was because I couldn't find any good advents out there. Like in the last 5 years, I mean, as you can see, so many amazing advents. But 5 years ago, all I could find were like those hemline advents that were like the cheap metal thimble and, you know, yet another measuring tape that I wouldn't use. So I didn't love the advent options out there. And I wanted to design an advent that I would want to get, which is what the mini quilt advent is. It's every day you get a template. So it's also like, there's also a fear of spending like $200 on an advent or $250, like $300. There's a $300 more than $300 advent in this list. It's I think a couple of them, and spending that much money and then just getting duplicates of stuff you already have. Since I'm a pretty avid notions collector already, although pretty good at not getting duplicates here, but it just was like, I don't want to, like, it's a lot of money to spend when you don't know what you're going to get and you don't know if you're going to like it. And if I have $300 to spend on quilty stuff, why don't I just go to the quilt shop and actually put things in my basket that I like that add up to $300? So that was kind of the issue that I had, is that they were either cheap and cheesy. They were like, either weren't even they really good expensive ones out, although they're great. Yeah, so that's why I designed the mini quilt advent. It's a template, so it's a custom template every day. Like the sizes in this here, some of those sizes you'll find nowhere else because they're specific to that 4.5 inch finished block. And you get to make a quilt block. Who doesn't want to make a quilt block every day? And you can make it out of whatever fabric. If you don't like my fabric choices, no problem. Make it out of your own. Yep. Oh, David Rudge says, your new book is on my wish list. Thank you. With tariffs, next year's advents will be even more expensive. Like a lot of them will. I try to keep my advent as like cost effective as possible, and mine's fully made in the USA, not just the assembly, which we do like that my family do, but the acrylics themselves are etched up in Escondido, California, here in Southern California, and the paper patterns are printed in I think Pasadena is where the printer is. So it's all made locally here in Southern California, assembled. The stickers I think come from elsewhere. They might come from Texas. I think the envelopes also come from, but it's all in the US. It's all US, brought here, we assemble them. But if tariffs continue to make the raw goods cost more, like a lot of the acrylic is made overseas, then yeah, it could cost more, because if the raw goods cost more, then the price just goes up everywhere else. Okay. Oh, y'all. Okay, this is Little Sandy's. This is the gift bag pattern. And if that logo looks familiar, it's because this is my logo. This is my pattern. So they sent the gift bag pattern and some grow grain ribbon to be able to make the handles for the gift bag. So for the handles. That's lovely. I love that. What a fun present. How fun to get that. By the way, this gift bag pattern is, I mean, it's a bestseller, but it's bestseller for reasons. The outer fabric is cut larger than the inner fabric, so that the outer fabric tucks in to the inside of the bag. And that way you don't have that like edge along the top where you can't, where like it's hard to get it perfect, and so you can kind of peek out. So it's about an inch overhang. It's designed that way for those of us who want it to look perfect, especially when you're gifting things to people who aren't quilters. they can easily tell it's not perfect with that edge is just kind of wobbly. So this saves you from the wobbly edge, and it has the added benefit of you can put a different fabric on the inside. So you can do a very Christmas fabric on the outside, and then on the inside, you could do something specific to that person. So like unicorns, monster trucks, cooking themed, just kind of like a fabric that's an inside joke. Put it on that inside. And then that inside becomes that little secret. Okay, this is soft squares. Let's find day 4. Okay, it's 17, 9, 4. What a compliment to have your product in not your advent. It really is. I love. Now I have to go shopping. Well, wish list linking. I'm not allowed to purchase myself before Christmas. That's fair. That's fair. I bought unicorn fabric to make a bag for a friend's granddaughter. That's awesome. Love the gift bag pattern. May have to get it. It's an inexpensive pattern too. It's just a postcard pattern. It's designed to go with the box bag template. You don't have to have the box bag template to make it, but it is designed to go with the box bag template. All right, Soft Squares gave us some fabric. It's a fun like navy with a lighter blue and like copper colored speckles. It's not metallic. No, it is metallic copper. There's like a brown and a copper in there. So it's like a metallic copper on top. And you get that shimmer. Chignon123 says, fabric is always a winner. Okay, Missouri Star. Do we put 4? Oh, come here. I think we put number 4 on top. We did. We put 4 on top yesterday. Box bag template is the best notion ever. Thank you. Love speckled fabric. Everyone needs the box bag template. It's great. It's definitely a fabric day. It really is. Great background fabric. I agree. Yeah. Our rule is that we don't shop for ourselves starting November 1st until January 7th. That'd be hard. All right, this is Missouri Star. Bow Wow Meow Mug Rugs pattern. Oh, there's 2 little templates in here. There's a little kitty cat template and a puppy template. And they're for making these little mug rugs. Now, a mug rug, if you're not familiar with a mug rug is a like a coaster that's big enough to fit your mug, as well as a little treat like, I don't know, fudge or See's candy or cookie. The big mug rugs are for like being able to put like a muffin on there, especially back when Costco still had their big Costco size muffins. Now they have regular size muffins, but these are cute templates. These would also be cute appliques to be able to make. Bow Wow Meow Mug Rugs. Super, super cute. And didn't they, I feel like they gave us a charm pack. And I want to say it was in those colors. So I wonder if this is also that you can use with that charm pack. Yep, someone says those mug rugs would work with the fabric they gave on day 3. Absolutely. Sorry, YouTube is cracking me up with the things that it's moderating. Keisha Jackson 4054 said, I miss those big muffins. And YouTube thought that was inappropriate. Oh, that's really funny. I miss those big muffins too, Keisha. Oh. Someone says I need the dog template. I bet you that Missouri Star. No, sometimes they do custom things that are only in the Advent, but you might be able to check their website and see. YouTube has a dirty man. YouTube has something going on. Okay. We have Domesticity, and then I think we've done all of them today. Yes, I think Domesticity is it. Lori Allen says I have a great laugh. I have my dad's laugh, and he had a great laugh, so I hope that's true. I agree, better as applique. I mean, you can, like, it's your template. You can do whatever you want with it. All right, day 4. I like that Domesticity puts them in order as well. which is lovely and much easier for us when it's like all in order. But I understand that with all of like the different sized boxes and envelopes, in order to get it to fit into a box, sometimes you have to be creative where you put them. All right, we're gonna open this one. We have to go through all of them, decide what our top 3 are, open our tea for tomorrow, and pick today's winner. I love the little bags. Me too. Oh, I can. It's like a. Oh, there's a matchbox inside here. I like a matchbox. But it. Need my readers for this, and they're all steamy because my hair's still wet from my shower this morning. All right. This says Somo matchbox scissors. Oh, look how cute these little scissors are, and they're lavender. And there's a little loop here so that you can attach them to something. But they're they're little thread snips. How cute is that? And they're in a little box. This is so fun. I love watching you unbox all the goodies. I'm glad. Yeah, whoops. They're so tiny. I like almost lost them. Great for the plane. Don't hurt yourself. They're not pointy on the end, so that's good. And I did not drop them on my foot, so that was very good. Small snips you've ever seen, says Hazel. Cute thread snips. Yes, yes. Agree. Perfect for a travel EPP or embroidery kit. Yes, and I have an embroidery kit that I'm working on, so that I need to put together a little more conveniently. So I think these will go in my embroidery kit. I do collect thread snips. I have a whole, this is a pattern that is there we go. Anyway, I have this whole pattern. It's called the collection quilt that's for tying up thread snips on there so that you can have a whole collection of them. And I do. I lose them. Well, I mean, they're in a box, so maybe you can keep them in the box, and they have a little loop on there so that you can like tie them to something or secure them to something. So I think you have a few small projects they would go nicely with. Yes, I do. Bummer, need more advent calendars. So there are more on the way. If you missed yesterday, we have Bella Rose is coming in. I actually got the shipping notification yesterday, so it'll arrive next week. It is not late. I originally was like, what? They're shipping it the first week in December, but that feels like it's not late because theirs is a 12 days of Christmas advent, and a true 12 days of Christmas would start December 1st. So I don't know if they designed theirs to be open starting December 1st, or if they did it as a 12 days up to Christmas, which is the way we're going to do it, because I'm at Christmas, I'm done. Not going on into 12 days past Christmas for the lives. I love y'all. I will miss you, but also takes a lot of time, and I need to clear out the space for other uses as well. So we will be opening it the 12 days leading up to Christmas. And it will get here in plenty of time. So that's a 12. It'll go with, we have our Hanukkah and our cotton cuts countdown, that those two are waiting until it's time. Hanukkah will start on the 15th, and the cotton cuts is 13 days. So I think we need to start that one on the 11th or the 12th. I have to do the math when my brain is a little more focused. So we'll do the cotton cuts. So we'll do Bella Rose 12 days leading up to Christmas. So we'll do that. We'll start that one the day after we start cotton cuts. And then the other one was from Carmons, and I got another call from her yesterday. So Carmons sent it. I didn't get the shipping notification because I had something weird going on in my email. Totally a me problem. And it arrived here in San Diego, UPS, November 18th, and then disappeared. Was never seen from, heard from, never scanned again until it arrived at Carmen's yesterday. Instead of like continuing on and delivering it to me, they shipped it back to her, and it didn't get scanned along the way back to her. It just like Went back to her. She had already put together a similar-ish box because she sold out, but she already put together a similar-ish box, and next, not like 2-3 day aired it to me. Anyway, it'll be here, if not by Friday, then we'll start opening that one on Monday. Because shipping problems happen. Like, it happens. What can you do? Yep. It was UPS. It wasn't USPS. It happens. I mean, at least she got it back. So it wasn't like, it's not gone. Yeah. Ship happens. YouTube didn't moderate that one. Okay. Oh my God, when I called her, I called, left a message, like it was the whole thing. Anyway, when I first chatted with her, we talked for like 30 minutes. She was lovely. I'm going to send her a box of goodies of my stuff for her to try out because she's heard of the Glow Ruler because everybody's heard of the Glow Ruler, but a lot of people haven't heard of me, and I love introducing myself to quilt shops. So I will be sending her a box of different Carolina Moore notions so she can try them out and see if she wants to carry them in her shop. So yeah. Glad you got it back. Just not in UPS no man land. Yep. She's lovely. I met her at the booth at Houston. Yeah, she's mentioned that she had a booth at Houston. And I was there for Houston Market, but not Festival, which, okay, we're going to go through the things and we'll talk. I promise you that we talk a little bit about Market being canceled, which was announced yesterday. All right. The items. For y'all to pick your top 3. The teeny little scissors. I love these. We have the templates and the pattern. Love these as well. I love a template. We have the speckled fabric, which makes a great background. I'm probably not a pick the fabric kind of person, but you totally can. We have the gift bag pattern and the ribbon for the handles, which is so lovely that they added the ribbon for the handles. And it's white, so it'll really go with just about any fabric. The Darling Dove cross stitch. Fat quarters. The pillowcase, which is such a clever project. We have our peppermint patty and our Rocky Road fudge, which I feel like I need to taste again just to make sure it was good. I can't do that one-handed. All right, it's just going to tease me sitting over there. We have our fabric from Vicky's Fabric, blue to match the red that we got yesterday. We have our wreath, little mini cross stitch. We have our mindful Christmas decoration or make Christmas tree decorations. We have our best dressed labels. We have our Sallie Tomato little pocket pouch pattern to go with our cork and our zipper that we've already gotten. We got the Mini Quilt Advent Day 4, and in this video you learn how to spin seams if you have not already. And we have our dad joke, which was about advent calendars, which is fun. I think I went over everything. All right. We got votes for pillowcase, labels, gift bag pattern, templates, the Dove cross stitch, Vicky's Fabric, blue fabric is beautiful, pillowcase, love the blue, scissors, pet mug rugs, fat quarters, snowflake, pillowcase, gift bag, dog and cat templates, Vicky's Fabric, pillowcase, gift bag pattern, snips, template. All right, 1, 2, 3. I have 5 of them in my hands that I'm like, all right, they're contenders. All right. This is so hard. The scissors fell out and now they're over there somewhere. And I'm going to have to get them later to do the photos for the... They went flying. Your Advent template today will be especially useful. It should be a top 3. Okay, yeah, that's it. It's because it's the right size to make 4 patches that finish at 4.5 inches. So you can add you can do 4 patches and charm squares together in a quilt to make kind of like an Irish chainy kind of quilt. It is good. It is a good template today. The scissors are feisty. Me too, scissors. Okay. Oh, this is hard. All right, I'm gonna go with my initial gut, and y'all are welcome to have choose other, but I'm gonna do the tiny snips when I can find them again. The mini cross stitch, because the cross stitches have been cute, and we haven't been putting them in the top 3. I know I haven't been putting them in the top 3. And this one is really pretty. And seeing the pillowcase a lot. It's a cute project. I love a full project, so pillowcase. See what I mean? That's what I mean about losing them. It would be days before I found them. They didn't go far, I think. I just don't actually see them. They're somewhere over there. I know the bag pattern was good. The gift bag, like, lot of good stuff today. I love days where it's hard to choose. Okay, we're gonna open the tea. Oh, yes, we're gonna open the tea, and then I'll pick a winner. We're gonna talk about market real quick because we're right at an hour. Day 5, tomorrow's tea. Okay, so Quilts Inc. is the company that puts on Quilt Market and Quilt Festival. And Quilt Market is the industry-only trade show. So you have to be like a pattern designer or someone who works in the quilting industry. So the fabric companies, the distributors, the notion companies, pattern designers, and quilt shops attend market. If you're someone who loves quilting, you go to festival. If you're someone who works in the quilting industry, you go to market, and then maybe also festival. But market is where the business of quilting happens, because there's a whole business and a whole industry behind this hobby that we all love. And Quilt Market has been going on for, I should know this, but like decades. It's like been around longer than I have. I've been going for 10 years. They missed the COVID year because nothing happened during the COVID year. But my first was 11 years ago, and so I've gone to Fall Market for 10 years. And my business would not be what it is today without market. Some of the most incredible things that happened for my business happened because I went to market. I'm so thankful for all that they do and have done, because it has allowed me to build this incredible business and this incredible life that I'm so fortunate to have. But it's been seeing a decline in attendance the last years, and this past market, Fall Market has always been in October, and this year it was early October, which was unusual. It was slated for like early to mid-November next year. And because of just the decrease in attendance this year, it was pretty clear to those of us attending that there wasn't going to be a market next year. It was just a matter of when that decision was going to get made. So they made that decision, and they announced it yesterday, and I understand why they did. And I agree that it was the right decision, but it's just so sad that market is no more, because future designers, future folks who want to do the kinds of things that I've done won't have that opportunity to attend market and to have that experience and to be in that room with that energy. I've got a photo of me at my first market, and I'm so young and fresh faced. It's like baby Carolina at her very first market. And it was so good. So I'm really sad that market is ending. However, the good news is that festival always happened after market. That's the show for anybody who loves quilting. Festival was going to be really close to Thanksgiving because of when market was and then when festival was going to be. And that's not great for those of us who have quilting as a hobby and wanted to go take classes and go shop on the show floor at festival. Not great for us, the non-industry people. And because they've canceled market, that allowed them to take festival and push it into the market dates, which means that festival will be earlier. So that's a huge win. And I think a great choice. And I love that they did that. I'm sad that market isn't around, but the silver lining is that festival gets to be a little bit earlier, which is amazing. And it means that more people will be able to enjoy festival. So that is really good. There is another trade show that started 4 years ago, and I've attended every year except the very first year, called H&H Americas. So if you're in the industry, in the business of quilting, it's in Chicago. It's in May, and it's a good show. Uh, it basically has taken the place of spring market. There hasn't been a spring market since 2019, and H&H has kind of taken that spot of spring market. It's a very vibrant show. There's a lot going on, but it has fabric as well as yarn. So there's a little bit of like, I love that everyone's there and I love the energy, but sometimes you don't know if you're talking to a fabric person or a yarn person, and that can make it sometimes a little difficult to know, is this the right networking opportunity for me? Because I'll absolutely hang out in rooms full of folks who knit and don't quilt. But it helps if I know that when I'm having the conversations. So H&H has the spring show, and then also January of 2027, so not next month January, but 13 months from now, the Road to California show that's been going on for years up in Ontario, California, which is kind of like LA-ish. The Ontario Road to California show is adding on a industry portion of their show called Crossroads. So there'll be that show as well. So there you go. If you didn't want to know like all the background of things that go behind the industry, hopefully I kept it somewhat interesting for you. But yeah, there's a lot. Fiber artists, less focused, but still good stuff. Yeah, and still great people. Hopefully they can add a few activities from market to festival for business networking. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I went to a festival once, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So not 2025, not 2023. I went to a festival in 2023. It was great, but market and then festival was a lot. So, but I would love to go to festival this year. And I've talked to their VP of education about potentially teaching at festival this year. So yeah, heart-wrenching, yes. It's tough when someone has to make the call and end something like market. It's sad. Yeah. So it's they haven't had a spring market for years, and I don't think they're going to have another spring market. Domesticity was the tiny snips. Yes. Yeah. Is it at market that you do the reverse shoplifting? Okay. We'll talk about tiny shoplifting. Or the tiny shop. We'll talk about reverse pickpocketing. Not shoplifting. Shoplifting is wild. Reverse pickpocketing. Yes. Will I be in Sisters, Oregon in 2026? I do not have plans to be in Sisters, Oregon in 2026. I went in 2025. I'm hoping to go to Festival of Quilts in England in 2026 and have that be my summer trip. Okay, the tea for tomorrow is Piccadilly blend. I don't know that I've ever had Piccadilly blend. Okay. Yeah, when I started going to Festival 2001, it was over Halloween. Festival and market have always been like kind of in that Halloween weekend-ish. Yeah, and festival it's lots of fun. They're going to do, it's called Quilt Knit Stitch in the spring in St. Louis. I don't believe I'm going to be going to that one because I am committed to going to H&H like 4 weeks later, and that becomes a lot of travel. I don't know. I mean, I know Piccadilly Circus. Yeah. I would choose England over Sisters also. I've now been to Sisters. It was incredible. If you have the opportunity, go to the Sisters Outdoor Quilt Show. It's like a one-day quilt show. Everything's outdoors. It's beautiful. And Sisters, Oregon is also just an incredible place. Just beautiful town. Like kind of like a ski lodge vibe town. Beautiful, beautiful town. Lovely people, amazing quilt shop, gorgeous quilt show. You won't it's like walking through Stars Hollow with quilts all around. So if you have the opportunity, you should absolutely go. And I had the opportunity and I went, and I'm glad I did. But now I want to go and see something different. And I've never been to Festival of Quilts in England. So I feel like I want to do that in 2026. Oh, Michelle says I enjoyed meeting your sisters this year. It was fun. It's for fun. Okay, so we picked our top 3. I need to pick a winner. Yay. Okay, we're gonna go through. find all right, where did it stop? It stopped on Marcia Estelle 8830. Quilters are by and large nice people, she said. That's a great winning comment. So Marcia Estelle, you win a cake cutter ruler with the 3 patterns that I've written to go with it. And it comes with a pattern, so it's really 4 patterns and your cake cutter ruler. Send me an email to carolina@carolinamore.com and I will get that out to you. Oh, hello. Let's go. Festival of Quilts is, I want to say, the first week in August, if I remember right. Yep. I'm also planning a New England-ish road trip over the summer, and that hasn't fully been planned yet, but with a good friend of mine. So we're going to figure that out. So this summer trips will be like a New England-ish road trip, and Festival of Quilts in Birmingham are hopefully the plans, which is a lot of really big travel because East Coast is, I mean, New England is about as far as it gets in the US for San Diego girl. And then England is, I mean, going all the way across the pond. And then Hawaii. Yes, Hawaii is in October. And we have the dates. I have the dates blocked off in my calendar. And I need to, like, the contract is, I would have gone through the contract yesterday had I not just gone home and napped because I would not have been able to read words on a contract yesterday. All right, let's see. Oh, reverse pickpocketing. So I will also be at QuiltCon in Raleigh next year. And I did at QuiltCon Phoenix this year do something that I call reverse pickpocketing. You can find it here on the YouTube channel because I hired a videographer to follow me around. And I had a bunch of items and they're in a bunch of little shorts. They're all short videos. I should put them all together into like one long form. That would make sense. Anyway, so I went around and like snuck gifts into people's bags, trying to get them, like, sneak it without them realizing it. And I got caught sometimes, which was hilarious. And sometimes I didn't, and people would come up to me the next day because they opened up their bag that night and they were like, "How? What? Oh, where did this come from?" And they had a label on there that explained what happened. So they wouldn't just be like, "Did I accidentally steal something? Like, how did this get in my," like, it had a label on there that told them what happened. And then it was all on video. And it was, Keisha says, those are really fun videos. I did those thinking that they were going to go like crazy viral, that people were just going to go insane for them. And they did all right. Like they didn't go crazy viral, like, but it was super fun to do. So will I be reverse pickpocketing at QuiltCon again this year? I don't know. We'll just have to see what I plan for QuiltCon. Do I have plans for QuiltCon? I'm working on some. But those videos are a hoot. They're fun. Come to Western Washington. Maybe. Oh, lots of travel already next year. I'm already tired. It's a way to learn to pay more attention to your bag. Real pickpocketing could have happened. Quilters are generally a pretty safe space. So yeah, I mean, real pickpocketing absolutely could have happened. But also, like, there were things like people were just like walking along. There's a woman walking along and she had this big tote bag, and I slipped a 6.5 inch by 24 inch ruler into her bag as she was walking along. Like, that that's not a little, like, and I didn't get caught. So and the other, like, it was a lot of like bumping, and I learned that if I bump into people when I drop it in, they won't feel that weight difference as much. So oh, Pat says I need the info on Hawaii. As soon as I have it, it's probably in my inbox. But yeah. All right, friends. I'm going to take these photos. I'm going to actually post the poll. If you missed yesterday's poll, it's because I didn't put it up till last night. So yesterday's poll's up. I'll look at those results in the morning as well as these results because I will be getting them up right now. It's a huge ruler. It really is. And thanks so much for hanging out today, my friends. I will see you right here tomorrow as we open up more advents. Bye for now.